off place yards and mic or something. I don't know.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Doug, man. I've been talking too much.
KC2 QMA.
All right, good morning, everyone. I was just saying, Frank, real quick, when I doubled with Art, you should have, there are two Force SATT, unless that's just on a newer version of Adidas. I don't know what you're running. Do you have two boxes that say Force it?
Wait, on the main screen or on the on that antenna filter screen?
On the antenna filter screen. There are two Force ATT on TX31 when PSA is off, and then I have Force ATT on TX31 when driver tune power is increased and PSA is on. Do you have both of those? I have both checked.
I don't. I only have one. It says Force ATT. It says ATT and TX and Force ATT to TX to 31 when PSA is off. That's the only one I have.
Okay. It must just be a version thing. Try Pure Signal again when you put RX Bypass on TX on. I've had it where I just had to cycle that on and off a few times, and then it worked.
Because I want to keep RX Bypass on TX checked, correct?
If you want to sample the amp, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
God, I slept till 8 o'clock. I needed that.
Dwayne, I loaded your profile.
Well, it's working now.
Trouble. No, I still see 4 lines.
I see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
That's what I'm seeing here, Doug.
All I'm seeing is 2.
I see 2.
That's weird, Frank, that you see 2 and I see 10. Because I'm seeing 10.
Oh, no, but yeah, you're seeing those 10, but then it starts fading down and going down to 2.
Wait, keep doing it. You're pissing everybody off.
It's great. Oh, yes, but I don't see it. I see it drop to 4.
One more time.
And 4 QNT.
John, hit it again. KB2 UKA.
Okay, 1 down.
And 2 QQ up.
W3 DEP.
Hit it again, John.
3 PSN.
That's with the RX bypass checked. Let me just try unchecking it just for fun.
It's not safe for your radio.
I don't know.
I mean, Dwayne, do you recall I had the identical issue, remember? And then we came to terms after that Adidas situation, and I did an uninstall, reinstall fresh, and everything was fine.
Yep, I sure do. And then I think mine was doing it, and now that we corrected it, it seems to be working okay.
And I think the latest version helps too. Go with the 2.10.3.6 development number 2.
And that's what I'm running.
Isn't there a firmware update that you have to do on the G2?
Only if you want to correct that CWRX thing, receiver 1. Remember that thing with the warning? But the software still works fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm on 10.3.5.
Whoever did that was pretty good.
I'll be back in a couple minutes, guys. It'll be 4 June. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Dom. Good morning. When you get it, there might be a firmware update for it. You got to check Behringer.
Yeah, I got that site up now. I just downloaded the software. I'm going to go check the firmware. I think it was 2018 it was the last time. I don't know. I got to go look again.
Their page is weird. You got to go through all the pages of the files. They're not in like date order. You might have the newer one way back, and you just got to go through all the pages.
All right, I will when I get back in here. I got to go take care of something for Penny. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. W4 DOS.
John, you're not on the Rumble Signal group. I bought the Yamaha.
Yeah, I think Art was telling me. Well, you'll have a learning curve there for sure.
Yeah, I got my eyes on that Yamaha thing too. N1MJF.
The concept I understand, but I mean I don't think I'm going to have it till like mid-late April.
You may have to get yourself a couple of balanced to unbalanced adapters for the XLR jacks on the back of it.
Well, no, it has XLR and it has TRS. So the only thing I'm just going to plug into it is a microphone to start. I'm not going to do any hardware inserts yet.
TRS is balanced too. N1MJF.
Yeah. No, I know that. But why would I need to go unbalanced, John?
Only if you were going to connect it to unbalanced gear, but if you're just going to plug a microphone and then use the USB interface part, then you're fine. You don't need any of that.
Yeah. Even the monitors are balanced also here. So, yeah, I should be good.
I got my eyes on that thing too.
How you doing, Matt? Good morning.
I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. Beautiful Sunday morning. Gloomy, but good for radio. But, hey, while I have it, here's my profile I've been using for a while. And here is the profile that I made to help please the air a little bit better. It has a little bit bigger bottom end to it. How you like it?
There's something different about both of them. And I didn't hear this the other night or the other few days. Oh, God, it could be RFI. I don't know. Art, do you hear that?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning when he first did his first, like, how do you like this? I heard all kinds of raspy distortion going on. And then another station came in, too. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Al.
Yeah, just keep an eye on your gain there. You might be slightly overdriving.
Yeah, it could be that too. And then this guy's like, oh, you want to hear raspy distortion? I'll give you raspy distortion. Here's a nice digital signal.
He's disgruntled.
That's so nice. I do have tape saturation in the mix now, which may sound a little bit like a distortion.
Well, you got IMD going up and down the band, so it's got to be something with overdrive.
I just cut my power. Maybe my coax is a little bit odd here. And when I say cut power, I just cut down to about 40 watts.
Well, that made a difference.
Okay, so I'm going to play back a recording I just made, a couple overs ago and analyze it myself. There's a possibility of RF. I haven't been on 40 meters in a long time.
Gain structure is independent of each other. We try to run them like a real rack, but you just got to make sure each one in and out is leveled correctly.
Oh, yeah. I made sure nothing's clipping. Like I said, I haven't been on 40 meters in a really long time, so there's a chance I got some RFI squeaking in. I'm going to check that now.
It sounds hot. Just sounds very hot to me. I'm not sure.
And a little break in the action. Al checked in here. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, Art. I wanted to tell John that my AL 1200 went out on Father's Day 2 years ago. My son bought me an ACOM 1500, but I had my son put this 1200 up on the workbench, and I started tracing it was getting no drive, so I was getting it to the relay arc, but I wasn't getting it through the relay, so the wire came unsoldered, and that's why it wasn't getting no drive. And then at the band switch, on the 40-meter band switch, needed resoldering. So the AL1200 is repaired. So I got the ACOM 1500 sitting over there on the desk with a blanket over it so it don't get scratched or dusty or whatever, but it's my favorite amp. I know Jeff.
All right. I just removed the tape compression, tape saturation, and see how that sounds.
You got it going, and hey, nothing wrong with that. That's always good to have a backup. So, and it's sounded like a good, not a real, let's just call it expensive or difficult fix. So that's good, excellent.
If I would have had my glasses on and my headlamp, I could have spotted that. Saved my son like $4,500. But it was probably saying it was a gift anyway, so I...
121212.
From Cleveland, Ameritron when they were in Cleveland, and it's serial number 35. So it's old, it's old like I am.
Well, after that many years, I'm sure it was due for a new relay and some contact cleaning and a little touching up. But it goes to show those things just go and go and go.
Yeah, I cleaned the relay really good. I tried with a dollar bill, John, but I took I think it was 800 sandpaper, and I sprayed that with some cleaner, and I went on each side of the contact, and I just pulled it through because the receive wasn't coming all the way back in. Sometimes it was hanging or whatever, not getting a good connection. And sometimes on the transmit I would have RF where the relay wasn't being closed in completely. So cleaning the contacts, and I watched your video on the upgrade you did to yours, of course, many years ago. So you did some nice upgrades to your 1200 that you published on YouTube. So I've watched that several times, as a matter of fact, John. Anyway, I just wanted to say good morning to everybody. Everybody sounds good over here. All your audio sounds like radio stations or broadcasts there. Anyway, I wish I knew about audio like I know about antennas, but I don't. I guess it's whatever we took interest in, right? Anyway, you guys all take care. Thanks for let me get in there and say good morning to everybody, Art.
Well, good morning from Long Island, KB2 UKA, sounding good up here.
And 4QNT to 50.
And 2 QQ up.
Okay, 1 WIL.
D3 PSN.
And 1 MJF.
Hey Frank, what protocol are you running?
What the hell am I running? 10-1.
Just testing the audio directly feeding into the YouTube stream and not bringing it through the radio, just to hear how it sounds direct. Just doing this for some troubleshooting.
With the second chipset?
Yes, sir. The 2.5.
And I'm sorry for all the questions. When did you install your Protocol 2? How long ago?
I installed it immediately. I didn't have. I had problems. I always have been operating on Protocol 2. I didn't go to 1.
Okay, so there is a new protocol for us that came out. I don't know. Art sent it to me a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months tops, and it's the first time I've been able to get Protocol 2 to actually work. You might want to give it a shot.
Well, what issues were you having with Protocol 2?
Firmware. Excuse me, not firmware. I'm still half asleep. Pure signal. and weird audio glitches at times.
Okay, well, I definitely got the weird audio glitches, but I definitely don't have any issues with pure signal.
Well, yeah, too, Tony.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the issue I was having.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant because imagine. Let me start again. Do you remember before they were having a ton of sequence errors? That's what I meant. Sorry. Could you send me that, Art? Would you mind? And I'll just do that install.
I have it. Art might not have it readily available anymore.
You should have it, Doug, right, in your download folder or something from your previous install. It should be emailable, ready to go, or single, actually, right over single.
Yeah, I have them. So, Frank, there are 2 versions now for our radio. One of them you may already have installed, but I think they changed it. There's version Charlie, and then there's another version Juliet. They said to try both. Both pretty much work the same for me. I get one sequence error, and it has something to do with the microphone input, which I'm not even using. So I just went into settings and said ignore sequence errors. I have no issues but that. And I only get that one sequence error once every 10 days. And I see it come up on the bottom. But that's the only issue I have with it.
Okay, I'm looking to see what firmware I have in there. Give me 1 second.
Let me find the files. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm running Protocol 2 version 3.9.
So am I. But it won't. That screen under firmware won't tell you if you're using Charlie or whatever. Hold on.
Did they remove 10.3.6 off the GitHub?
I don't think so. I'll double check it.
I'm trying to find it. I'm still running 10.3.5.
Yeah, the Ramdor, which is Richie. He's the writer. He's the coder, right, Richie? So Ramdor, yeah, it's still up. Thetis 10.3.6 development, number 2.
I'm trying to figure out what menu it is that I said if I ignore sequence errors.
Options 2. So general, options, then options 2 tab. It should be down there center.
It's not on here. I know I had it. I just don't know where, but it's not on 2.
Yeah, see, I wonder if that varies from Thetis version to version, right? Yeah, because I just clicked on General, then the Options tab, and then Options-2, and it's Ignore Sequence Errors, right down about the info bar, right underneath the info bar.
Yeah, no, mine says cursors. It's not in there, but I know it. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I have mine checked, so I don't know if I'm actually getting sequence errors anymore. Let's see what's going on.
No, you would still know it on the bottom of Thetis where it gives you your CPU usage. Even if you have that checked, you'll get a little triangle with an exclamation mark if one pops up.
Oh, yeah, I don't get any of that. Okay, cool.
I just emailed you one of the new versions, version Juliet. I would give that a shot.
All right. While you guys are hearing issues with my audio, right? It's changing.
I hear no issue with it. I think what Bill might have been speaking about was just personal preference. I like it.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't hear anything wrong. I don't hear an artifact or anything. I think it's a little brighter than we're used to.
I was probably overdriving the snot out of it before.
I'm on Ramdoor's
version, Charlie. I
GitHub.
don't even know which one I installed now. The only one in my download folder is Juliet, so that might be the one I'm using.
Yeah, I'm on the Ramdoor page here, and I can't seem to find the actual file for 10.6.
If it's still listed up there, like here's 10.6, go down and click Assets. It should be there. It doesn't like auto display. You got to click into it.
Okay, I'm digging through.
Hey guys, I'm not really familiar with the software you're using, the Theta software, but GitHub, when you're on any GitHub page, up in the top left, like right above the file list, there's a box, a pull down that says master. If you click that and then click the tags, you'll get every single version. Usually there's nothing ever removed from that. So if you can't find a version down in like the README part, pull down that master, flip to tags, and that should have every minor version there.
Very good, very good. Your audio sounds better.
Yeah, it was the tape saturation. I took that off, but I did go offline for a minute. I checked none of the items in my chain are clipping. Actually, they're all about -3, -6 on the peaks. So yeah, kind of odd. I still am running a little less power. I'm running about 500 watts now, so I haven't canceled out whether or not it's an antenna. Right there, I just bumped up to 100 watts in full drive, which even that's not even running that hard. It's running about 700 or 800 watts now.
Something definitely going on.
Well, it's much smoother than it was before. There's IMD, but you can't really help that, I guess.
No, I don't have no pure signal or anything. And, I can't guarantee that my antenna is perfect. It has come up with some issues. I mean, I see no reflected. I don't see any SWR jumping around at all. It's staying solid there, so I don't know. I'll put the antenna analyzer on it later.
Yeah, I agree, John. It does sound that way.
Yeah, it's still a little distorted, Matt. The guys are saying either too much processing or it could be too hot on one of in the EQ on one of the higher frequencies. But it's better than it was.
It just sounds like there's a lot of overlap going on.
All right. Well, this is the old profile that I had been using for a long time. But I had mentioned the RF thing because, I mean, if you didn't hear any out effects on this profile, over the past week, then this is the untouched profile. And this does have the tape saturation, which I just flipped off just now. And I'll flip that back on now. It doesn't do much, just kind of, I don't know. It gives it more of a 50s vibe sound, I think.
N4QN.
B3PSN.
And 2QQF.
And just real quick, Frank, I sent you an email and John, so direct shortcut to the download for Dev 2.
Thank you, Art. Appreciate it. It's funny. I'm having issues in the monitor circuit. I'm listening now, and just sounds like crap.
Yeah, the new, I'll tell you, Frank, there was a lot of updates. The latest version, Dev 2, he went over a lot of things. Even recording now, which I could never do in the past. Say we want to have VAC, right? We're running virtual audio cabling, USB interface hookup to the Anon. You couldn't record. Now that's been addressed. You can record now. The monitor works much better. A lot of things. A lot of big updates.
Hey, Art, would you mind doing a quick recording? I'm sorry to bog the channel down. I'm just kind of curious. Want to see what it sounds like, so I have good reference, because I haven't monitored myself. I haven't touched the audio in a long time, and I just wanted to get a kind of consensus where I'm at.
All right, well, that was a good transmission. I caught it. Hopefully it doesn't play back that rushing, what happens sometimes with the noise floor in there, but let's see.
want to see what it sounds like, so I have good reference, because I have a monitor device. I haven't touched the audio in a long time, and I just wanted to get a kind of consensus where I'm at. It sounds like shit. Oh my God, I do hear what Bill was talking about. There's a hollowness and pinched sound to it.
Well, what
KC2 QMA.
quality of the recording, though? Did it come over clear, or was there a lot of that noise floor in between the words?
I couldn't comment because it would need to be somebody outside that knows my what it sounds like to me and what it in a recording playback.
All right, 0 power drive. And just checking, gonna check this through the YouTube stream. This is just the BBE, add in the equalizer, and then I'll start adding in the low stage of this, the mid stage of this, which it looks like none of this is doing anything until I hit that last. So that's the little thrill seeker on. The thrill seeker on and the EQ off, and this is with the thrill seeker off as well. And the tape saturation is still off.
But I don't know how to do that. I've never used that feature. What do? You
hit record, and then when you're done recording, click the playback and just PTT while you're hitting play, and it'll capture you on the air.
Hey, John, it's just like your 1974 Panasonic recorder you got for Christmas.
All right, well, I'll give it a try. Let me make sure I have everything set correctly so it doesn't sound weird going out over the air. I've got the bandwidth open there. All right. Okay, I guess I'll try it.
Norway 2, Queen Fox is testing the audio here. Want to see what's going on. Thank you for the recording.
Okay, and you're coming up and down for me, so it's going to be maybe a little noisy in the background. So now I just press play while I'm keyed down?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Norway 2, Queen Fox is testing the audio here. Want to see what's going on. Thank you for the recording. Not liking it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was a clean recording, though, as far as the noise floor, all that, the air, everything coming through. That was a good playback.
You know what I think a lot of people make the mistake of? If you have your RF gain, your AGC gain cranked up, you're going to be recording a lot of background noise. So you got to lower your gain so that you just hear the signal over the
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's see that. I shut off every piece of processing in the radio now.
Well, I learned how to use the record feature.
Real.
Now mine won't even record me now. I don't know what the hell I did. This is why I hate playing with this stuff, man.
It's funny. That's probably the most basic thing to use on this, and that's something I've never used before, is the record and playback.
I don't know what the hell I did. I just hate playing with this stuff. I'm recording, and then I play back, and it plays back at a different frequency. I forgot what the hell I did. I remember having that problem a long time ago.
Can you save the recordings?
Yeah, you could. You got to record it from the WAV file, though.
Yeah, you have to go in and rename it. So it's a standard recording. It goes into your open HP SDR folder, which is, that one that you have to dig through all, to finally get to it. But like you said, just put a shortcut out on your desktop. And then, go into the Theta 64, and then it'll be a .wave, SDR quick audio .wave. Recording, it goes into your open HP SDR folder, which is, that one that you have to dig through all, to finally get to it. But like you said, just put a shortcut out on your desktop. Man, that sounds wonderful. That's $1 million audio right there.
Okay, I found it. It's called SDR Quick Audio.
That's it, SDR Quick Audio.
Hey, I don't know what the hell I did, but now my audio recordings are all screwed up. I must have pressed something.
Are you using VAC or are you hardwired?
I am hardwired, and now when I record, I can't even record you guys. It plays back like I don't know where the hell it's not. Everything was working fine until I started touching stuff.
If you hit play and you're not keying the radio, it'll play like 5 kcs up. Are you hitting Mox or your push to talk and hitting play?
Oh, that's a good question. Hold on.
It's called.
Yeah, that's what. But he used to not do that before.
I think there is a setting, Frank, that will allow it to just play and transmit. I don't know what that is. Mine does the same thing. I have to hit Mox and then play.
All right. Thank you.
N1.
N1, go ahead.
November 1, amateur radio operator. George up here in the state of Maine. You guys, your audio sounds wonderful.
Hey, George, good to hear you, man. We've spoken before. This is Doug, KB2UKA. And thank you. I think we're all obsessed up here.
Well, that's not a bad thing. It's much more pleasant to have a QSO and a rag chew with somebody that's kind of pleasant to the ears. And by the way, you're like 10 over 9 up here.
Yep. Same here on Long Island. Sounding great. I'll pass it around. Art, why don't you pick up George?
Yeah, I do hear George. A little light, but I can copy. Good morning from N4QNT in North Carolina. I got you in here just above the noise. You're about S7, S8.
Yeah, roger that. Yep, you're S6 here this morning too. Bands are kind of up and down a little bit.
All right. Yeah, exactly. I know when Don was in here earlier, he's only about 130 away, 130 miles. He was booming in, so it's definitely playing short. It's going longer right now.
Yeah, roger that. Yep. No, you got great audio as well. Sounding good this morning.
Well, George, you don't sound too bad yourself, man. What are you running?
Well, an ICOM 7300, stock mic into an Alpha 374A, doing about 1,000 watts into a new 80-meter loop that I built yesterday.
Oh, wow. You just hit 20 over. John, how are you picking them up?
And 2QQ up.
Frank, what about you?
He's sounding good. Sorry to catch the call there, but there was an N1. Call here is Norway 2, Queen Fox. Name's Frank. You sounded like you were at least 20 over here, nice and strong.
That's what you're doing here, coast of Maine, about 15 miles from Bar Harbor. Yeah, you're 20 over and really nice audio.
Thank you. Yeah, you're peaking just above 20 over here into New Jersey. We're about 15 miles northwest of New York City. Doing a good job. Nice to meet you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, the beam, yeah. I've got a Mosley I use on 20. This 80-meter loop, it kind of surprised me, and very quiet, and seems to work pretty darn well.
Yeah, you're about 15 over into the Jersey Shore, KC2QMA.
Well, good morning to you. You're sounding good up here, 509.
Hey, John, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
What's my signal to you? Because the recording playback, I don't know if it was just a gain feature, but what am I hitting you with?
You are hitting me 20 over.
Okay, all right. So it was just a result of the output playback gain. Okay, very good. Yeah, you're just above 20, so doing a good job here. All right, thank you. I wasn't sure if it was my signal or what. I'm swapping this antenna out back out to the 80-meter doublet, so hoping to have a better setup here soon. Out to the 80 meter doublet, so hoping to have a better setup here soon.
Yeah, that one had a little background noise in it.
Playback.
What do you have your AGC gain up, right? What is your AGC gain? Is it on auto or you have it higher?
It's at about 55 right now, so I have it set above the noise floor.
Okay, you have it significantly above the noise floor. Okay, that's why the recording sounded that way. All right, makes sense.
Yeah, I run as little AGC gain as I can get away with to hear the signals, and then I just raise my audio up instead. So I'm not raising the noise floor up, I'm raising the signals up.
It's a lot easier on the ears, that's for sure.
Do you mind playing this one back? I've just made some changes when I did that antenna and wondered if it's too hot.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just testing on the 7300 with the loop antenna, wondering how it's sounding. Testing on the 7300 with the loop antenna, wondering how it's sounding. Yeah, it does sound a little bit driven to me. How about you guys?
Well, the recording adds a little like artifact to it. I think it sounds good down here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it sounds good here too.
4K, so it probably wasn't exactly accurate.
Leave it alone then? Is that what your kind of the consensus is?
I'm sorry, I double.
It's a
punchy, good 7300 audio, I think. It sounds nice.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
Yeah, that 7300 sounds real good, actually. I didn't realize you were running a 73.
Yep, 73 with a stock mic.
And I'll say that Don might be listening.
Hey, George, you're blowing me up here in Rhode Island. N1MJF, 20 to 25 over constant.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're 10 over here up on the coast of Maine. Sounding good.
Yeah, it varies, Richard. I remember when I did that, with the MAC address and then that count, it goes like 0. Sometimes it went to 15, sometimes it went to 17. But I think anything over 10 is a good sign. That means it found what it was looking for. And then that's when basically you just hit the X. You just, don't touch anything else after that. Don't even click OK. You just shut it down by hitting the X and then reboot the M1.
Hey guys, I got to hop. Everyone have a great Sunday. I'll be back on later. KB2UKA.
7-3, Doug.
All right,
Doug. 7-3.
7-3, Doug.
Hey, have a great day, Doug. 7-3. N1MJF.
Out to the kennel and check on the pups. So everybody have a great day, and thanks for letting me jump in amongst y'all. 73 from N1 ARO, coast of Maine.
All you do is hit the X on the top right corner to shut that window down, and then reboot the M1.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, what a process, John. I'll tell you, I did it so long ago, you kind of forget it, right? I was like so happy. I did all the, like it said, right in the manual, put in the MAC address, click start. It starts ticking 0 up to like whatever, 15, 17. Then shut that down, that program, reboot the M1, and then when you bring up Vorsys, then it turns online green. And, it was like success, right? Now I'm trying to duplicate it, and I can't get it to work again.
Yeah, that's weird because the GUI software is pretty user friendly. I mean, as long as you type the IP address that's on the back of the unit into the software, it usually recognizes it on your network.
I'm back. Oh, really? Hold on. Right.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. There's an IP address on the sticker on the back of the unit. You're saying that's the one we're supposed to type in? I thought we were typing in the IP address from the router.
Negative. The IP address that's written on that little sticker on the back, you have to type that into the Vorsys GUI software so that it sees the device. Once you get that, it shows up, and that's it.
Oh, man. Richard, where's Richard?
You never said it had an IP address on it.
No, Don, don't. Calm down. Take a breath. You got some coffee? Take a sip of coffee.
I did, but I didn't know there was an IP address on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm over here. That's what it was. Darn it. Yeah, all right. Okay. Hey, Richard, where are you, Richard?
Yeah, the M1 has a static IP. You just type that in and you're good to go.
And Dom said that too. You have to put in a static IP, and that's the number. That's probably the magic number right there.
Every one, I think, has a different address, though. So you can't just use like mine or Art's. You have to use the one that's specific to your unit.
Yeah, and the other thing is you need to look in your router to see if some other device on your network is using that IP address. If it is, just shut that device off and let the M1 hook up, and then turn that other device on, and it'll grab a new IP address.
So the way you do it, basically the way you do it is once you've got your M1 hooked up to your network on your router or whatever, you open up the Vorsys software, and then on the right side you'll see devices. You click on that, and then you click add. When you click add, a box will pop up where you can give the device a name. Of course, just name it Wheatstone M1. That's easy. And then type in on the box below, it'll say IP address. You have to type the number that's written on the back of your unit into that box. Don't forget the dots and anything that's written. Type it exactly as you see it, and then hit OK. And then it should add it to the device list. And then once you have it added to your list, then you just select that as the device you want to use, and the light should turn green on the top of the software, and it should say status online. Once it says status online, then you are connected to the M1. KC2QMA.
W4D on it.
And John, just a little heads up, something changed somewhere. Just the last half hour or so when we were messing around with doing things here. I don't know if you hit something, but it got a little sizzle in there. You're sizzling just a little bit, like real hot.
Yeah. I accidentally turned on the comp button on Thetis.
All right, there you go. You know, these ears, they are insured. Definitely not Sergeant sold.
Oh, that X there does have a software update. Oh, no, that was April. April 2018. I'm looking to make sure it's not.
Is Richard still in here?
Who's that, John?
Richard, is he still in here? Did he copy what we were talking about?
Yeah, I just sent him a PM, a message, so hopefully he's going to try it.
Yeah,
something new, a new toy coming. That's great. You'll be enthused. It's really fun. You're gonna love it. You're going to the next level right here.
Oh, that's
We can
and that
name him Alan.
parametric is great. That's one of the easiest parametrics to work with. It really is. That GUI and the Behringer, man, they do it right. I mean, you put your values in that you want, and you have those bubbles, move those bubbles around. It's a great GUI. It really is.
Okay,
Hey, Art, we can name him Alan.
Where it was down in June of 23, and I think he bought that in March of 23, so he may not have done it.
Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Hey, this is John, KC2QMA. I'm curious if it's possible that you can send me your audio profile for the Sun.
Why?
Well, your audio sounds great, and I would love to try to see if I can get my Sun radio to work better. I've had trouble getting it dialed in nice, and you've got it sounding great.
All I do is work the EQ, that's it.
Come on, Scott. Send him the file.
Not exactly sure how I could do that.
Well, when you're in the expert software, do you have like a database backup or something that you back up and give it a name?
I've never actually backed it up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What's Hey, Scott, what's your call again? Let me just try to get it correct.
Victor Echo 3, Papa, Sierra, Norway.
Okay, very good. Well, you do have great audio. I just wanted to say that anyway.
Well, let me see if I can arrange some photographs or something, and I'll email it to you. How's that, John?
Okay, anything you could do would be helpful. I definitely want to try to get the Sun sounding a little bit better.
Okie dokie.
Your audio is very nice, John.
Well, I'm on the Anon right now, but I want to get the Sun to sound a little better too.
Oh, what? The M4B? You still have that, or you sold it?
I sold one of them.
Oh, I didn't even know you had two.
Yeah, I had one as a backup. I got a good deal on one.
Yeah, all right. Can't get any more plainer than that.
Yeah, this is the best I've heard you, John, since I've known you on the radio. But I'm between the two radios, obviously. But and you're strong, which helps because your antenna situation. So a lot has changed for the positive.
I don't know, Frank. I think it's that U87.
He's running a U87 as well?
He could.
Yeah, why not?
Jesus Christ.
John has a microphone problem, Frank.
I understand. I have other problems similar. Just not microphones.
There you go, Hank. My name is Art, and I have a microphone problem.
You got to say, Art, though, you're not too far behind, right?
KE4RUS. On the back of that thing?
Oh, man, there's Hargrove. Haven't heard him in a while. Good to hear you, Hargrove.
Yeah, boy, y'all got the biggest signals on the band. Good morning to y'all, and how you been doing, Art?
Hey, doing good, Hargrove. Good to hear you, man. And well, you know what Paul would say, right? We designed it that way.
Yeah, I believe it, brother. Boy, I only had the preamps on this morning. You're 30 over.
Man, all right. Well, antenna. That's my thing about it. You know, what am I doing? Maybe 780 here, about 800 on the peak. So a good old doublet flat top, about 50 feet.
QRP works for me, brother. Hey,
Yeah,
you gonna go down to the Raleigh Ham Fest in April, Art?
What was that about April?
Are you going to the Raleigh Hamfest in April?
Well, I just learned that there's a Raleigh Hamfest in April.
Yeah, it's April the 6th at the Gym Fairgrounds, at the Jim Graham building on the fairgrounds. 100,000 square foot inside Hamfest on Saturday, April the 6th from 8 to 3.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds like a good one. Is it larger than Benson?
Oh, hell yeah. It's 5 times larger than Benson.
Well, good. I need some PL259.
I'm sure Joel from Delaware will be down there, and the Wireman and all them vendors will be there.
That's so funny. We wake up so early to go to these damn ham fairs to come out with, connectors and insulators.
Throw a radio on the table and, I don't know, show some people. Maybe I can volunteer.
Yeah, I think a couple of the guys do that already in the Roars group. That's who puts it on, the Raleigh Amateur group. I think they've had a booth there last year.
Oh, man. All right. Well, say hello to the other guys out here. Good to hear you, Hargrove. It's been a while, but you're sounding good, man. You just clipped 30, so good signal.
I'm QRP at 400 today. So anyway, hello to the rest of the group. KE4RUF.
Hello, Hargrove from N2QQF. 75 watts and G5 RV.
Oh, you're 910 over with 75 watts. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm only teasing, but good morning to you.
Yeah, I know everybody's QRP always on this frequency. And anytime this group gets together, QRP works.
Yeah, we minimum amount of power necessary to make the contact.
There you go. And I had a Elmer for many years, and I actually learned CW when I was a kid from him when I was 13, and I did shortwave listening until my mid-20s before I got my license, but he was QRO CW man only, and I said, Roy, you can make plenty of contacts at QRP, and he said, okay, he said, I want this guy here at QRP, and the guy, we were on, God, it might have been 20 meters, and the guy asked him in Israel or something, he said, well, your QRP, how much power you running? And Roy said 1,300 watts. But there you go. Anyway, don't want to spoil y'all's QSO. Happy Sunday morning. I'm QSY back down 10, working a little contest, corn testing. K4U. Y'all have a great day.
All right, Hargrove. Nice to meet you, bud. I'm not sure. I think we've spoken before, but nonetheless, enjoy the day. Be well. 73 from Norway 2, Queen Fox.
Okay, you too, 73.
All right, real quick, Hargrove, before you go, and I know you
KC2QMA.
from way back, we'll give you a quick test. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Hargrove is a cool guy. Appreciate it.
There you go. All right, 7-3, man. Take care from N4QN2.
All right, later, brother. Y'all have fun.
Hey, Art, you know CW, or was that a program?
Well, I remember a little bit from back in 1980, CW of the World, the cassette tapes to practice. But man, it's been a long time, Frank. But no, that's the program at Thetis.
I had what? I didn't even know Thetis had a program. Hold on, I got to get to that in a minute. Jesus Christ, I know nothing. But I was going to say I had a feeling because it was just perfect. So I was like, I didn't know you did CW. When you told me it was a while, I'm like, there's no way. Where's this program?
It's up at the top, CWX. But it'll remind you to be in CW mode, CW lower side, CW upper side. So, but anyway, yeah, you just type in what you want, dial in the number you want to send at, and you're ready to go. And then we can use the skimmer program through VAC, and then have the reader going.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Okay, I do remember seeing that actually, but you got to use CW skimmer. Okay, that was okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you could usually tell because the spacing is so perfect. When the spacing of the characters is so perfect, that's usually machine, you know.
Yeah, that's how I figured. I was like, wow. Unless it was something I didn't know about art, I had a feeling. I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn perfect, near perfect.
Well, let me ask you how this sounds. I'm just going to go to the key real quick. Oop. That's crap.
That's terrible.
That's not too bad.
That's terrible compared to the other.
Hargrove, that was terrible, wasn't it?
It had good sound to it, but your dits and dials were very close together.
All right, I'll stick with sideband.
Okay, all right, I'm gone for sure. Katie Party win. Y'all have a great day.
Sorry, Art. It just went from perfect to that. I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it was, compared.
Well, it was like the Radio Shack walkie-talkie with the little orange bar below the speaker, and you send code. It wouldn't transmit, but it was a good way to practice.
Yeah, it actually sounded like you were using a practice key. Were you using a straight key?
No, it's actually built onto the Rode. The Rodecaster has a sensor, like if you're going to sense someone when they're talking.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, that's what it sounded like, an external device. All right. I could use a paddle a lot better, but I could not do straight key.
Do you see two lines? Was there like two tone lines when I did that?
I definitely saw the lines, but I wasn't paying attention to the pan adapter, but I did see real brief.
Yeah, let me turn on. I'm going to put the mic on mute real quick and do it one more time. It might have been picked up by the microphone too, but I'm going to put the mute on mic. Mute the mic and do it one more time.
Well, I'm going to take a picture. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get this ready. Give me 3 seconds and then start.
Two lines.
I'm going to put it on Signal.
That's horrible.
Yeah, check Signal and put it on there.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I won't do that anymore. Just testing a old key from 1926.
I was laughing when you were talking about the ham fair. You're going to get yourself some connectors, and I'm like, I laugh because that's so goddamn true. We go to these, ham fairs, get up so early in the morning, and we usually come out of there with the stupidest crap, insulators and connectors.
Yeah, we spend more money on gas and tolls than the actual stuff at the ham fest.
Yeah, you're not lying.
I'll be back. I got to let the dog outside. N4QN2.
So, John, what do you got going on, man? What have you been up to?
Yeah, same old thing. Just keeping busy, working every day, and trying to keep. I'm going to redo my shack. I think that's going to be my next project coming up. I'm going to clean the room out. Try to turn my desk 90 degrees, face the window in my room here, so I can look out the window at the squirrels and whatnot, and try to just clean things up a little bit.
Hey, are you still in that line of career, music stuff, or no?
No, now I just do electronic repairs.
Oh, okay. Real cool, man. I didn't know that. All right. I wasn't sure. I didn't think you were still doing that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I kind of retired from that a couple of years ago.
That's a tough industry, especially where you were, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, tough industry. It got tougher as the years went on for multiple reasons. But, I mean, you got the technology certainly made it easier for more musicians to record themselves locally at home or whatnot. Whereas years ago, you really had to go to a real studio if you wanted to get a proper recording. But that's part of it. The other problem is that music itself has changed from being a very live musician-oriented to virtual instruments and, plugins and that sort of thing. So the whole need for a large room and miking up drums and all that has diminished over the years because people are using sampled drums and, that kind of thing. So it's a tough industry in that respect. And then the kind of thing that makes it even worse is that musicians aren't getting paid like what they used to back in the day. That the industry, the record labels are real stingy now with paying artists. So it's very hard to be a musician and a composer nowadays.
Oh, I would imagine, man. Although I was just down in Nashville, 3 weeks ago again. And I've been there like 4 times in the past year. And I'd say in the past 6 months I've been there 4 times. But, man, I got to tell you, what a concentration of just really talented folks, man. It's amazing. I mean, you could toss a stone and find someone who's just an unbelievable musician. It's flooded. The streets are just flooded with talent there.
Did you go to Jack's Barbecue?
I didn't get a chance to go there. I was in and out, but so I make my pilgrimage. I'm always down in. I'll go down. I stay downtown. I was off site. I forgot what town we were in, but Franklin maybe. But I stay downtown, and I always go down to Bourbon Street, and I'll just hang out there. And I always liked watching, because you'll see set musicians just drop in from famous bands or whatever that are just coming in there doing a gig, and you just see some pretty cool people there. But so I'll try to do that. But I didn't get much out to eat this time.
Yeah, he's the Jack's Barbecue. He's got 2 locations. One right there on Broadway, and then he's got one just outside the town, probably about 5 miles north of downtown. That one you don't have to wait on a long line to get there. But the barbecue's really good. It's kind of famous there, the Jack's Barbecue. I was going to say one thing about the musicians there. Unlike a lot of other cities, they only get paid in tips there. If you go to other cities like New York, for example, traditionally they would pay the musicians a cut of the door, like a percentage of the door, how many people they got in, and then sometimes they'd pay them a flat fee. But now, like in Nashville, the union's kind of weak there, so the musicians a lot of times in those bars and clubs, they only get paid in tips. And you can imagine how that's going to go down. People are spending all their money on drinks and stuff, and they don't have a lot of money left over for tips. So the musicians really, they struggle to make money there.
I didn't know that, actually. That's interesting. I had no idea. I thought they were just paid like they are here. So that message definitely doesn't get flowed out to everybody, and no one's mentioned it. I guess maybe I didn't hang out long enough. But, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow.
Hey, John.
Hey, Scott, I got your email.
All right, it worked.
Thank you very much. I'll check that out.
It is nothing special, I'll guarantee you that.
Well, every little bit helps.
The only thing I'm doing besides what you see in the profile is I have a PR781 as a microphone. I was running a pod mic, but it screwed up, so I had to go back to my 781.
Yeah, I think I have a 781 also. I have almost every Heil microphone, believe it or not.
Yep, and I run that into the M Audio Air 192/8.
All right, well, I will play with that later on.
So unless it's something that Linux is doing, it's just the software. Morning, Rich.
Hey, Rich, did you get that message from Art?
Oh, something's going. Yeah, you're sputtering and that off frequency issue all of a sudden. I remember you mentioned you had something with the Anon, you had to do something. It seemed like it went off frequency. Okay, that's straightened it out, eh? No, something's weird. It's like it sounds like you're low and well, high actually, and yeah, there's like a sputter, almost like a digitized thing going on.
Might just need a restart. Man, I've been getting these headaches for like 2 weeks now. I don't know what the heck's going on. I get these headaches and the pain goes down my neck and everything.
Better get to the doctor, buddy.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah, I suck at it too, so I shouldn't talk, but you definitely need to get in there. We're not exactly spring chickens anymore. I'm feeling more like a turkey these days. That's flying around on opening day. Ooh, what was that? What was that?
Yeah, let me record that real quick. Go ahead.
Oh boy, what's going on with it now? Doesn't like something.
Oh, that's a no bueno.
Roadcaster or something. Something is out of whack.
Sounds like latency or something's going on.
I bet you Richard's ready to pick up that stuff and throw it at the wall at this point.
Yeah, that did clear it up. Yeah, that's odd. I don't hear that same effect as earlier now.
Sound like that. It wasn't getting enough power.
Yeah, that looks like next weekend, I see Mike sent a message, like a PM message about the Hamfest.
Yeah, it's next Saturday. I guess I might go. I gotta see if she's got off.
Yeah, that would be a good meetup.
Yeah.
All right, that's what they out back on.
Yeah, that might be an RF thing, because if it was an audio chain problem, it would have also, latency, something with the software, something with the, it would even come out at 100. So the amp it's causing some kind of RFI.
What about just turning the radio off and then turning it back on?
I think he did that earlier.
Oh, okay.
Almost. See, dropping the drive, it's just there, but not like it was 2 minutes ago.